I was there when I needed someone who wasn't getting over you. When I move to the side, when I move, call you mine, and I know what you're feeling. I'ma take you for a ride, let me take it off your mind, cause you know it's a season. And I move, and I move, and I move when I ride, and I move, and I move.
Hey, hi you guys. So with this channel, with this video, I would like to give you guys an update of what's been going on, as well as I did start in my next class. And before I get into what this video will be about, I just want to let you guys know that I did pass that class that I was telling you about in my last video. I think it was the last video or the video before that. It was one of those. I'm sorry about that. But I did pass it. That one in the math class was like, oh, so hard. It took me for a loop. That one in the math class that I took. So this video I'm making, if you are interested in be going in for the psychology major, but this could be applied to when you're applying to any schools. So you can take these steps to apply to any schools, and then we're gonna get in what you would need for a psychology program. And if you are someone who is taking the psychology program as well, then how you doing? How far have you made it? I graduate in 2024, so where are you at in the process? And how was it so far? You know, if you are doing a psychology major, then what's up? You know, what made you choose it? I would love to know. Y'all in the comments. But for me, I felt like I always had to act to help somebody. Like, it just always been in me. Okay. As a child, I wanted to be a pediatrician. And to this day, I still want to be a pediatrician. But I know for the fact I cannot afford all that schooling. I could not afford it. And I didn't want to be massive up into debt with these student loans trying to achieve that goal, right? I want y'all to do it. And if I couldn't be a pediatrician, I think my backup would be working with kids. I would just love to work as a teacher or social worker, you know, somewhere that I can just help families, you know what I'm saying? So with this psychology degree, I could work in a hospital, I could work at a school, I could work at a social worker place, like for human services. Here we call it CPS. Probably somewhere else y'all call it like something else, but we call it like CPS here, which is also crazy because we also call Chicago Public Schools CPS too. So I just want y'all to hear how I'm saying. Or I hear some place called it DHL or something like that. I think that's not it. I don't even think that's what it is. Is it called DHL? I don't know. Department of Human Services, I think. DHS. No, yeah, that's what it's called. Some people call it DHS. So it is up to y'all. So, but I digress. I digressed. Let's get into it. So let's talk. So first I'm going to talk to you about how to apply to schools, and then I'm going to get in what you would need for a psychology. Let's start with how to apply. So first thing first, you want to know what type of degree you want. Do you want an undergrad or a grad? Once you figure that out, then you will go in and figure out what degree do you want to use. What program do you want to get into? Is it nursing, teacher, social work, what else? Engineering, you know, all this type of stuff. So it's what type of program that you want, okay? Now, once you figure that out, okay, and figure out what program you want to do, next it's time to pick your schools. So if you, let's say for instance, you have 6 schools or 5 schools, what you want to do is start a list, and you want to have pros and cons for each school, and you want to look up the graduation rate. How many people have actually graduated from that school? Is it accredited university? What type of GPA do they accept? So if you somebody with like a 2-point GPA, you want to be able to know what higher level of GPA do they accept, because if you trying to apply with a 2.0 to a 3.0 or higher school, then they're not going to accept you because you do not meet one of the qualifications. So you want to know about that. And the questions that you cannot find, you would like keep them written down. So when you request the information about that school, you can ask those questions to an advisor. Yeah. So also you want to know, if do they have your program at that school, and do they have it in an undergrad? If you chose undergrad, make sure they have a nursing program in undergrad, or whichever you chose. Make sure they have it in that undergrad field that you have. And if they don't, do you know, okay, let's cross that out, that's not the school I should go to because they don't have it how I want it, right? Now after that, so now once you do that, you got some of the information there, and you look at your paper, and you also want to know if you're going to use financial aid, make sure they accept financial aid, because some universities do not do that. So you want to make sure that they accept it. So if the cons outweigh the pros, then that's not a school that you should consider. But if the pros outweigh the cons, then you can consider that school, because you know they probably is good. Now, if you know somebody who went to that school, ask questions. You know, did they like it there? Did the teacher give them clear instructions on how to do the work? Was it hands-on? Did you feel like they answered all the questions when you asked? Was teachers helpful? Was you know, stuff like that. Just, you know, stuff that you want to consider asking, right, to someone who went there. Or you can even read reviews about the school. You know, I looked up reviews about the school, and some, you know, people, like I said, people have different experience, okay? But if the bad comments outweigh the good comments, then you should want to go to that school, because obviously they have more people mad, right? So you want to know, like, if they have a good, decent graduation rate, then okay, that's a pro. But they have a bad graduation rate, like people is not graduating, and I know sometimes it be the people's fault, but sometimes it be the university, so you never quite know. So that's kind of bad, right? Especially if you have a low GPA and their GPA is higher than what you have, and that's the only way they're going to accept you, with a higher GPA. And sometimes they want SAT scores and stuff like that, and if you haven't took it, or you have a low score, then mixed with that GPA, they might not accept you at all. So you want to keep that in mind. So once you figure it out and you talk to them, you view the campus, if you're doing campus or if you're doing online, then make sure, you know what I'm saying, you get the information that you need. Ask questions, you know what I'm saying? So once you figured out what you want to do, the school you want to go to, and you finally know, now it's time to apply for that school, okay? You apply, and then you just start your courses. But make sure and read the handbook, because it tells you that if your GPA fall below a certain point, you might get kicked out and stuff like that, you know. So, and look up plagiarism, because you know some schools don't play about plagiarism. Okay, even if it's your own work that you resubmitted from last year, that's plagiarism. It's called self-plagiarism. So keep that in mind on the different types of plagiarism. So yeah, you can plagiarize yourself. Like, and I know what you're gonna say, what? Yeah, I know, but it's called self-plagiarism, where you take your own work and you resubmit it without accrediting yourself. So you have to get yourself knowledge. Yeah, so pretty much that's how you do. Like, if you taking someone's work, you cannot copy it word for word. You just have to rephrase it. So you can say, so if she says, so let's say if you're writing a paper about, the different types of schools and the different type of dictionaries. You know, you got the hood, or you know, the bad side versus the good side, and you want to compare the learning experience, right? And you find the article, and let's say it's about Shayla. We're just gonna make up an article here, and she states that they have better education in the suburbs than they do in the hood because of such and such reasons, right? You cannot just go around there and say they have better education in the suburbs. You can't write that. No, you can just say Shayla believes, with this article that I have read, it stated that in the suburbs they have better education than the people in the hood. And right, and then you would just give her credit, like put in parentheses Shayla, and then they have the year that it was created, then put the year like / year, comma, right? But put it in the commas, you know, just give her credit. And that's how they want you to do yourself. So you mean, hey, in my paper last year, I wrote about this same topic. Here's the information that I found out. Give the credit to the credit that you got into the ones there, but also give yourself credit because it's your paper. Make sure you acknowledge that. So pretty much, yeah. Now that we went on from plagiarism and figuring out your school, now let's get into psychology. So let me tell you, it's not for the faint of heart, y'all. I feel like with this psychology course, I learned a good amount. That I did. That I will admit, I learned a lot. Okay, I learned a lot. Most of the books are PDF, but other ones are non-PDF. I think I had 2 books this semester. Last term I had 1 book, and then this semester I had another book, and usually the rest is PDF, but some books you really do need. I don't know what my other 2 classes will need a book, but yeah, so let me show you all the classes that I have done so you can kind of know what to look forward to. But the classes that I'm going to do, some of the classes, if you ever going to go to be a social worker, these are some of the classes that you would take to be a social worker, because they run concurrently, because with the psychology degree I could be a social worker. Yeah, so and I'm doing general psychology, so I'm getting my BS in general psychology, and that's because with the general, it's like I'm learning about every field in the psychology field. Okay, so okay, so give me a minute so I can go tell you about all these classes that I have done, and then the classes that I have coming up. Okay, so so the first class that I did was learning in the tech world. Okay, and then I have art and humanities, which was a transfer credit from my other school I went to. Then I did writing with confidence and purpose. That's also a transfer credit. Writing oral communications. So that's basically writing, mass communication, the mass media is another class that you will have to take in the psychology field. And that class was super fun. I love that class. It was one of my favorite class. I actually learned a lot in that class. So if you are in the psychology field and you have not taken that class, I think it's a great class. But it's up to you though. Like, I feel like you might, not like it as much as I did. But with that class, I really did love that class. Also, the writing with confidence and purpose, that's also a transfer class, transferred over. College math. That right there, let me tell you something. That right there, hey, I was this close. Let me put it up to the camera so y'all can see how close. This close to quitting school. I was this close to telling them. I was not. I thought I was prepared, you guys. Like, I'm over here doing practice problems from college and all that good stuff, and I'm thinking, oh, this is gonna be easy. I'm prepared. I'm prepared. It's like right in the face. I was not prepared. I thought I was. That was stupid thinking. Like, that was just stupid thinking for me, thinking that I was prepared. Like, I'm over here. I'm prepared for this. So I can do this. No. First of all, I'm over here like, I'm ready. No, I was not ready. I was not ready. But I passed. But I wasn't ready. Okay? I struggled. I had many frustrating nights and asking myself why. So, be prepared for that. I also have math and natural science. That's another transfer credit that I did. Social and behavioral trends. It's another transfer credit, but I did good in those. Also, I did, so I did, community personal profiles. No, community personal professional success. I did that one, and I actually love that class as well. That's another class that I actually liked. Another class that I did was the introduction to psychology, and that one was it was hard, but I felt like I learned a lot in it though. It was hard, yes, but I learned a lot. I did psychology seminar, which is also a good class. I liked it there. And they also prepared you how to write your resume and cover letter for the job. So that was cool, and I got an A on my resume and my cover letter. So I actually liked it there. Like, and they gave you templates to look at for your cover letter and your resume. And now I have a very professional resume. I would show you, but they got my information on it. So yeah. Also, cross-cultural in psychology. Let me tell you something. That class right there, right up there with math, pissed me off. I hate that I was this close to dropping out. You saw how close that is? My fingers almost touching. That's how close I was to dropping out. Cross-cultural psychology took me for a loop. It knocked me around. Okay? I was at this point crying over this class. Like, I was like, cool, please don't let me fail this class. I don't want to fail this class. I don't want to have to retake it. I did not want to retake this class, y'all. But I passed, and I don't have to retake it. I'm super happy. Next, okay, so these are the classes. Well, one of the classes that I'm taking right now is the theories of personalities. So, so far, I don't know. It just started, so I have nothing to say about it yet. But give me a minute. I probably have a lot to say about it once it's over. Next, it would be the intro to basics statistics, and then methods in the psych inquiry. Those are the next two classes that I will be taking. Okay, so those are. So yeah. So now, wait, hold on, because I want to show you the other classes. So let's go over all of my classes that I will be taking in the upcoming days. Well, upcoming semesters in terms. So let's go. The first one is Psych 303, and that is the methods and psych inquiries. And then this one's Psych 302. I'm sorry, 3002. And and this one is Intro to Basic Statistics. And then we have Psych 3005. And that one is racial and ethnic identities. And then 3010. And that's CRJS, and that is professional serial and mass murder or murderer. That one, and then what's this one? Okay, this one is Psych 3004. And this one is psychological disorders, which does, oh my gosh, I cannot wait for that one. This one's Psych 2008, and this one is learning. And then this one is CRJS 4201, and this one is restorative justice. And then the next one is Psych 3002, Human Development in Child and Alcohol. I cannot wait for those. So that's what, cause we're on winter now, cause I just completed fall. Now I'm doing, next is gonna, well, I'm gonna complete fall right now. Because, like I said, I'm already doing the theories of personalities now. And then it's going to do for 2 winters. The winter and then the spring quarter. So I'm going to do the winter. And then I'm going to 2023 where I'm going to do the spring. And then the summer. And then the fall. And then I'm going to see what my winter one is. I have no idea yet. So once the winter comes up, I'm gonna let y'all know the courses that I'll be taking, and then yeah. So then it'll be the winter and then the spring for 2024. But I graduate in 2024, and I don't know when though. I don't know if it's gonna be in the summer. I'm hoping, I'm crossing my fingers that it's in the summer, but I don't know. I have no idea, I have no clue, but those are the classes that I have upcoming, and then the classes that I already did that you would probably have to do. No, I'm sorry, you have to probably. You would have to do. So yeah, so if you are interested in psychology, just know that it's gonna be a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be some days where you be like, I can't. I'm done. I'm throwing in the towel. Like, you gonna wanna throw in the towel. But trust me when I tell you, trust me when I say, don't give up. Like, don't do it. Don't throw in the towel, because I did it and I kept pushing for it and I passed these classes. And yeah, and then I feel like it's harder for me because I thought I was gonna be able to multitask, do business, and do school. Yeah, that slapped me in the face pretty quickly. I thought I thought I knew what I was doing. Like, I thought I did. And then I'm just sitting here like, I'm not ready for it. So I finished. So once this class started, I already had things that need to be due, like the worksheet, the discussion, and a paper. And they gave me this short amount of time to get it all done. But I did, and now I'm studying for this test that I have. And I know some people are like, how do you study? Well, okay, so with this book now, the Theories of Personality class, they gave me an app. Well, it's not an app. I think you can download an app, but I use it on the website. They gave this thing. They gave you like a code where you can study each chapter, and it helps you boost. It gives you questions, you answer it, and you can write down the answers. So I was doing that, and that actually helped. I got some of my notes from that, and also reading the book itself, and I just write down what I feel like that's important to it. And trust me, I'm still nowhere done with these notes. I'm nowhere done with taking notes. I thought I was going to be done. No. I thought wrong. Just like I thought I was going to multitask. I thought wrong. But the one thing I could say, that I am enjoying myself. I'm learning a lot in these classes, and I feel like I'm gonna be so prepared for this career, and I'm loving every moment of it. I love learning. Love learning. I do love learning. But it's not for the faint of heart, though, because I feel like I get so tired. But yeah, so but yeah, so I would like to record more videos about my psychology, but I could never find the time. Like, I could never find the time. I'm so busy. I'm so busy. Like, even when I be like, oh, I think I could record. Like, maybe I could set y'all up, y'all can watch me study. But then again, no, because I had to record this video multiple times. First, my nephew was too loud. Like, first he was too loud. You couldn't hear me. So now that he's asleep, I thought that I was gonna do it, but then I got this massive cramp. I ain't talking about, it was the worst one yet. And I felt like I was dying. I felt like my insides was gonna come out. I felt like somebody was stabbing, shooting, punching me, and getting hit by the 18-wheeler all at once. It was excruciating pain. I felt like I was dying. I'm not the type of person to cry, but I cried. It was that pain. It was there. I usually could be able to take it, but no. Whew. This one, it was like, I don't know. I just, If you girls, I feel like you girls know what I mean when I say it was bad. It was bad. Like, I felt like I was dying. And not to be dramatic, but that's how I felt. Like, it was so bad. Like, I couldn't even move. I literally crawled to my bed and laid. Like, I couldn't stand. Like, I was in the fetal position. The fetal position. I had to get up. And I couldn't do it. Like, I tried, but I couldn't, because it hit me again. Like, it boomed. Like, yeah, it was bad. It was bad. So I couldn't record. Like, I tried to, but like, you could see the pain on my face in that video. Like, cause it hit me on camera as I was talking. It hit me, and you could just see it. And I was like, oh no. Like, it was so. And I was not finna post that video. I was not finna post that video. So I did it. And I was like, I'm just gonna record it after I'm done. After it goes away. When saying that, I was like, it's okay. It's okay, it's gonna be okay. And it was so painful. So, now that you know that it's, so now I have to wait to record it now. So now the video was done. I did it, I recorded it. And if anybody knows what to do for period cramps, let me know, because I don't think the other stuff is working for me. I have severe period cramps. Like, it gets so bad that I literally have to be unconscious in order to deal with my period. So, and I don't want to have to be unconscious. So I have so much stuff to do, and the fact that I have to be unconscious to deal with my period is not okay. So, if you have any recommendations, let me know. Because right now, my periods are always winning. Like, I haven't won yet around with it. And she comes every month. And I do not like it that she comes every month. I do not like it. So. And I hate it. Even though she's irregular, she comes and gives me pain. And all I do is treat her with respect. She don't care. But I digress. We're not gonna get into her. Let's not talk about that. So, thanks for tuning in to my video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, be you, because no one could be you. And stay bougie. All my links are down there in the description box below, so go ahead, check them out, follow me. So go ahead, subscribe, click that bell notification, and as always, check out my website that's also linked down below in the description. So, with that being said, peace.